Hey everybody, Coffee with Josh this week. Thanks for coming back. Glad to see you. I've got my coffee here with me. Hope you have yours as well. Let's dive right into today's topic, which is something I discovered while I was doing a self-care training and putting that together, which was a book called Happier No Matter What. And it was from a researcher who is in happiness studies. And I really appreciated some of the thoughts that he had. And this concept of anti-fragility. Often we talk about resilience. And he talks about that anti-fragility is kind of resilience 2.0. And he did a great job in talking about, that we are an anti-fragile system. For example, if we go to the gym and we're lifting weights, we actually create small tears and distress on our muscles. But from that comes healing and growth. And actually going to the gym, even though it puts stress and strain on our muscles, actually makes us stronger. And so he talks about that, as an anti-fragile system, that even adversity and challenges in our life, that we can strive for more than just resilience, but anti-fragility. And so how can we grow? How can we come back from an adverse experience even stronger than we were before? And he talks about a couple things, or a number of things, to help individuals be able to strengthen some of those anti-fragility characteristics. And the first one is being open to some kind of spiritual practice. And that can be mindfulness, that can be really understanding what is meaning, what is my purpose, what is my why, what is life about, what am I trying to do. So really thinking about your belief system, what is making meaning to what's going on in your life. And then also mindfulness, which is just being fully present in the moment. The next one is physical movement, being physically engaged with your body. And so that's just going through the process of exercise and recovery. I think sometimes we forget the recovery part and we try to dive into exercise, and we're trying to work out 5-6 days a week. That's too much. And so we also have to remember that recovery is a part of exercise. And I think that's the same too for us when we're experiencing other challenges and we're talking about that anti-fragility, is that, when we have these adversities, we also need to find space for recovery from those challenges, right? Just as we do if we're lifting weights. Increasing our intellectual capacity. And so that's lifelong learning. That is trying to go deep in understanding something, not just at the surface level, but really understanding a concept, a perspective, and going deep with a topic. The next one is relational. We are social creatures. We need other people. So that is really about making sure that we are prioritizing family and friends as part of our overall well-being. How are we cultivating relationships? How are we building relationships? How are we maintaining those relationships? And then the last one is emotions. How are we managing our emotional states? And how do we look and appreciate joy and sorrow? And that we have to remember that as a human being, we're going to have a wide range of emotions at different points in our life. And so we can't just always avoid negative emotions. We have to accept that that's a part of the human experience. But how do we appreciate the ups and the downs, the highs and the lows, and have gratitude for what we do have, and focusing on that gratitude, that thankfulness of what we have, versus just focusing on what we don't have or what somebody else has. So that's all for today. Thanks so much for stopping by. Stay thirsty and see you next week.